Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Cape. I'm Data Superhero Keith Belanger. Today, I'm joined by fellow Data Superhero Anand. Welcome, Anand. Can you kind of introduce yourself a little bit? Tell people about yourself?
Thanks, Keith, for inviting me here. So, hello everyone. I am Anand. So, I have around 8+ years experience, especially into the Snowflake area, and I work as a senior data engineer at Tiger Analytics. So, today we're gonna see all about Snowflake Cortex AI, how it is useful for any company, and how we use in the real with the real case studies. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm excited for it. For those of you who may have missed it, this is part three of our three-part series on Cortex. So if this is your first one, don't hesitate to go back to the last couple episodes to kind of get the journey of Cortex. But after for now, I'm excited to hear what you got. Go away, go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay. Keith, can you share my screen?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Is my screen visible? Right.
Yes, yep, you're good to go.
Okay. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to this part three of Snowflake Cortex series. So, today's in the demo, I'll be showing you the complete use case, how you can analyze any case studies we're going to see on completely on the Snowflake Cortex, how it is helpful for any company in analyzing all the transcripts on a day-to-day basis. Say, for example, customer care. Let's say, for example, any hotel company, right? We keep getting on multiple complaints from across the user across the world. So how do you handle that? How Snowflake Cortex are capable enough to handle such complaints, and accordingly it works like a charm in order to showcase this. So let's get started. So before going start, I want to brief something about Snowflake Cortex, those who are not aware. So Snowflake Cortex is nothing but an AI and machine learning service built directly into the Snowflake data cloud. It's an integrated platform which is integrated into the Snowflake. It allows you to perform powerful AI text, like you can summarize big text. Say, for example, you do shopping on Amazon.com, right? You see a lot of reviews. How you will come to know whether whatever the product which you are buying is worth the price or not. So it helps you in understanding customer sentiment, whether the customer are happy, those who are purchasing that particular product, and also it helps you to classify messages without needing to train a machine learning model yourself. Everything is being done by the Snowflake. You just send it to your data and it returns the insights just with 2 to 3 lines of code. It works like a magical chalk. I'll take you when to the lab session. You will see all these things happening in real time, right? So before going to the lab, I want to explain certain functions which we're going to use in today's session. So the first important functions of Snowflake Cortex is the one we call summarize. What exactly summarize will do? So summarize is nothing but it will analyze a long block of text into a short clear summary. Say, for example, you often see a lot of debates happening on YouTube, or you see the customer care transcripts interacting with any customer. So you don't want to go into all those lengthy text, what all happened. I just want to know what exactly is the essence of that transcript call. So with the help of snowflake.cortex.summarize, you can easily analyze customer support call transcript and get a 2 to 3 sentence summary of what happened within just a fraction of second. So why it is helpful, how it is useful, that's the important question which might strike your brain. So it will help your managers and it will support you quickly understand the key points of a long conversation without reading everything. Now we all book our hotels and we all go where we love going on a trip, especially on agoda.com. It's a website if you have browsed it. So you might have booked hotel, you might have gone through continuous reviews, some thousands of reviews are there. So I don't want to analyze that. Is there any one single short of summary which will summarize all of this and will tell me whether I should go for this hotel booking or not? I'm interested in that. Yes, snowflake.cortex.summarize will give you that thing, right? So what exactly is this? A very small function. I'm just giving you just a snapshot, and then at the second half of the session we'll go into the complete lab. So you just import a library from Snowflake Cortex, summarize, you pass the text and you just call the function called summarize text, and it will give you a clear 1 or 2 line 3 sentence picture which you can see it here, right? In this text we have given just what Snowflake is all about: single ice crystals that has achieved a substantial. So the 4 line of text you are seeing, and how beautifully the Snowflake Cortex has done a summarization. It says a snowflake is a crystal of ice that forms in the atmosphere and appears white. Those who wants to know about the snowflake, right? So that's a crystal line. Then you can also analyze the transcript. Do you see a snapshot here where such a big transcript is there? Imagine thousands of transcripts, thousands of customer calls happening on a day to day. So it's very impossible for any data analyst or any data scientist to go manually and check all those. But with the Snowflake Cortex.summarize, you just pass that transcript and magically it will generate a summary into 3 lines. A lot of time is getting saved, and you can increase the efficiency, your sales will increase, or whatever the revenue you are targeting for your company, it will definitely help in improving those areas, right? Don't worry, I'll, yeah.
'Cause we can almost use this in real life for people who are very long-winded and just say, "Get to the point," right? Just summarize your story.
Exactly, kid. Yeah, yeah. Right. So these are also, this is all about the summarization, right? It's a very simple function. You just write snowflake.cortex.summarize. You just extract that selected transcript and it will give you, see how nicely it has said, customer inquired about delayed order, agent offered assistance, right? So let me explain you all these functions and then we'll go straight to the lab and we'll hit run all this function. You'll see that. First, try to understand what each function is doing. Then it will become very easy for you when we go to the lab section. So the first one is this. Second one, the most important one, which we use in our day-to-day life. Suppose new iPhone 16, suppose you wanted to buy and you're not sure which version you wanted to buy. Those who have bought iPhone 16 Pro Max, are those customers happy enough? What are the sentiment of those customers? Are they happy to spend that much of $1,000 or whatever the amount is? That is nothing but the sentiment analysis. You can detect the tone or emotion, whether customer is positive or negative or neutral. It will help you. It will gives you a purchasing power, whether you would like to opt for that particular object or particular device which you want to purchase. Especially in the case of iPhone, it works like a charm. You can try and test it out. So for example, this, I am very disappointed with your service. What is the word disappointment means here? Customer is not happy at all. So of course the sentiment here is negative. So here in the Snowflake Cortex.sentiment, it will give you a score from -1 to 1. -1 means customer is really unhappy. It's not a customer is not happy. It's, I mean, they are very highly disappointment, right? After getting your service, suppose you buy a car or you buy anything and you're not happy, the performance degrade over just 1 month of time. So of course your sentiment will be -1, -0.8. If the customer is more happy or if the customer is neutral, it will be close to 0.3 or it's 0.1. Maybe if the customer is extremely happy, whatever the uh, uh, device or any object which customer is buying, if the customer has given a feedback and if the sentiment score comes to 0.8, that means customer is really happy with the service. All these things again will be seeing in the lab. So you will see all this sentiment score from -1 to 1. Negative means customer is not that happy enough. 0.01, 0.1, close to that means very neutral kind. Neither happy nor disappointment is there, right? Like that. So this is the sentiment one. Then the third important one, right? Which
I have
we
a question on the I have
yeah,
a question on the sentiment.
yes,
Um, can you train the sentiment for words that might be particular to your organization, or is this like
yes.
okay?
Yeah, that's a very valid question, Keith. That's a very valid question. What if I want to train the sentiment as per my organization policies, right? Certain keywords, if you want to filter it out or anything like that, you can train this. Fine training of the model will work. Snowflake allows you, right? So you can fine tune this model based on your organizational needs, right? Let's go to the next one. Yes, classified data. This is the most important function of Snowflake, which I personally feel is, you can quite relate to. Say, for example, you have booked a hotel, you have planned a family trip, you wanted to go to Vancouver, a very beautiful city. Suppose you want to go there, and you have booked a hotel. Now, when you reached there, you saw the amenities was not good. Now you wanted to change a hotel, right? So, of course, what is your area of concern? If you are talking with a customer support executive, can I classify, is it a billing issue? Is it a technical support issue? Is it an account issue? Or is it a booking issue? Any particular segmentation you can do it so that it will become very easy for me later on. If any complaints comes, can I categorize all these complaints into predefined groups or labels? Can I label them? Right. So this is what Snowflake Cortex.classify text works here. Here in our use case, we will be focusing on 3 things: billing, technical support, or account center. Say, for example, I forgot my password and can't log in. I forgot my password and can't log in. So this will come under what category? What do you think? This will come under what category? right? It can be a technical support or account access. Ideally, it will come under account status. Here, you just need to analyze an array. We will create an array here and we will pass all this classification, which as per your company policy, if you have more than 5 classification, 8 classification, as per the business logic, you will give it here. It can be billing, technical support, account access. Like for example, in our use case, which I'm going to show you soon, we have categories: billing, technical support, account access, and product feedback, right? In this 4 category, any complaint, any transcripts which we gonna analyze, it will categorize in this 4 category. It can be a billing issue, it can be a technical support, it can be account access, or it can be a product feedback, right? So it will categorize all the transcript, it will analyze it, right? So say for example, this billing, one of the transcript which we will be analyzing in our demo, that will categorize as billing. We'll see multiple use case, we'll see in the lab section, right? So you can also include refund and replacement series here. This is the beauty, right? This is a beauty. Defective. Reported defective. Customer has ordered one helmet from one XYZ company and the helmet turned out to be defective, right? So, but the customer care have uh, told them that I will be offering you a replacement. So it comes under replacement. So if the company has only 2 categories, if your business rules has only 2 categories, refund and replacement, I can label them on way. You see the category are all replacement because majority of the customers have complained that we need a replacement. Many companies, a customer go for refund also. Then in that case, the label will turn out to be a refund in that case. So this is the third function, classify text, right? And the fourth function is the translate, right? This where you can majority you use it. Suppose you are working for any client or any XYZ customer who speaks Spanish, who speak French, and you want to translate into the English. So Snowflake.cortex.translate easily supports. Currently, this is still on the upgrade phase of the Snowflake. So currently measure all languages: French, English, Spanish, German. In India, we speak Hindi, Chinese, Japanese, Portuguese, and they're enormous languages. Worldwide, whatever the language which we speak, it has Snowflake has the support for all this. So if any person, if you don't know what this language is, just you give the parameter en. En stand for English. Any transcript, be it any language, French, Chinese, Japanese, it will automatically detect and it will convert it into the English. So you don't have to worry at all, right? Even if you are coming from a very non-English background, easily you can understand this, right? So that's the power of the Snowflake.cortex AI, right? Easily you can translate to any language, not only in English. You can translate all the supported languages which Snowflake provides you here, right? It's Snowflake provided you. Next, say example. Yeah, you can see, right? Transcript is there, English transcript, DE transcript. So you can convert into any particular language as per again your business knowledge, as per again your business requirements. If you want to analyze English transcript or German or Spanish, you can accordingly do this. Syntax, everything code wise, I'll explain you later. First of all, understand all this. Now, this entire thing which which you have seen just right now in the last 10-15 minutes, whatever we have spent, we're gonna design a very beautiful Streamlit app. Well, Streamlit is an integrated features of Snowflake where very little coding is required, and we'll do all this in a very friendly web app. Right? So let's go now straight to the Streamlit app and let's build our app where we'll see the real use case study. Let me change the tab. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So for this, what we gonna do? We gonna design one database and we gonna design one schema. Very simple. I'm keeping it Streamlit DB and I'm keeping a schema called Streamlit schema. Okay. Streamlit DB is there and I'm keeping one Streamlit schema. One database is there and one schema is there. Now I'm gonna read a transcript. How the transcript look? Let me show you. The entire code we will be gonna giving you in the link, and everything the link will be given. You can download directly from the even the document which I'm sharing you. Everything will be given to you. So I'll come here. This is the GitHub link where I pasted it. This is the file called transcript human like the CSV. This is the CSV which we're gonna upload in our table. So what are the attributes it has? It has a call ID done by various agents and who are the customers, right? And which particular date the call has been made and what the conversation, the transcript, what does it talks about. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So let's quickly create a table with 5 columns we have created, and I've already added the data here. We have a call ID, agent name, customer name, call date, transcript. I've kept it as text because it's a long query text. And if you query this table, I've loaded the data already, right? So you will find this all the transcripts coming here, right? All this agent and the transcript which is coming here. What the conversation which they had in day in and out. Now, let's go back directly to our this Streamlit application, right? So here we have designed a Streamlit application. So two important libraries which you have to import is Streamlit as ST, short for, and Pandas as P. Now, in order to create this Streamlit app, you need an active session here. So you will import one library called snowflake.snowpark.context, and you will have the active session so that you can run your code. Just run this. Yeah. Make sure to download all this package. You simply have to search here Snowflake, Python, and ML, and all this library should be installed for you. Immediately, Snowflake will integrate into your particular notebook. I have installed all of this, which you can see it here, and make sure your session is active. Make sure your session is particularly active. How you can do this? It's very, very simple. I'll explain you. You go back to the here GitHub, go to the generative AI with Snowflake, go to this module 1, right? You will find this IPYNB file. Just download it. Very simple. Just download it. Yeah, it got downloaded. Now, come back here. I will duplicate the tab. Go to your notebooks. Here, your notebook, you see import IPYNB file. Just click on this and just select this. Select the database. I have done already for you. Just I'm showing you. I've created a notebook DB and I've created a schema called notebook schema, right? Choose the target warehouse and click on create. Entire code which you are seeing it right away will come onto your screen, which you are seeing this entire code. You can import it directly. So let's execute one by one, right? This is a particular notebook. If you are aware of it, it gives you quite a very good features of executing your Python, SQL, and Markdown code. So once let me execute this. Make sure this is active. It should not be suspended mode, right? Just let a small demo how the Streamlit works. A small demo. So you need to import one library called Streamlit as ST. Just hello to Streamlit and title. Title will be written in the bold letter. And if you write any command in the right section, hello Streamlit, and this is your first interaction. So heading will come in bold and this will come. Now, this you don't have to execute it. Let's go back directly down and see. This is our transcript. Now, whatever the transcripts you have loaded in the table, that I'm converting entirely into the functions. So what is the function? Session, whatever the active session you have, SQL.transcript. The transcript I'm reading from the table and I'm converting it to the two pandas data frame so that my analysis in Python becomes very, very easy. Let's see this. And we all are aware of the head function in Python. We'll run this and we'll see the first 5 records of the transcript. Now, what we're going to do next? Next, what we're going to do, we're going to filter all the unique agents. Do you see how many agents it has? Stephanie is there, Suzanne is there, Levi is there, George is there. So many agents are there, right? So we're going to filter all the unique agents from this. Then once we have filtered it, I will allow user to select the agent name using the select box. Right? It's a very famous Streamlit attribute select box. It will give you a drop down of all the unique agents and then you can select it. Now it will compare whatever the agent you have selected that I'm passing it to the filter. Let's run and see. Yeah, you get all this agent. Can you see this? If you scroll it, you'll get all the agents. Choose any agent, whatever you want. Suppose I have chose Peter, right? So this Peter will go directly into your filtered data, right? Because now I want to display that. Now I want to display the data for that particular user. Say, for example, me and Keith both works in a customer care. Keith is also doing a daily conversation with 10-15 customers. I'm also doing with 10-15 customers. So in that case, I have to select my agent. So agent I have selected is the Peter, right? So I want what Peter has done on entire journey. His entire journey, I want to know what call date he has made, to which customer he has met, and what is the transcript, what all the conversation which the Peter had it. It will give you the complete details of Peter, which all day he has spoken to which all customer, right? These are the customer which Peter has spoken to and what all he has spoken, all those analysis it will give you, right? So this is the call transcript. Still, we have not gone into the cortex here. Still, I'm explaining you what is the data all about, right? Now, once we have filtered this is already done. Now, once we have filtered it, now I want to analyze any call. What this code piece of code is doing it. Now, select a call to analyze. I want for that particular agent, Peter, for that particular agent, Peter, right? I want what I want. I want the call ID. I want that call ID, right? I want the call ID. So this is all the Peter which conversation he had across his entire journey. So any call ID, if you select and if you click on selected transcript, what you will see? Agent, hi, how can I help you today? Customer, I need to reset my password, but I'm not receiving the email. Agent, I will look into the issue right away. Customer, thank you, agent. We appreciate your patience. That means this transcript is all about customer is not able to reset the password and that customer needed help from Peter, right? So Peter had this transcript. Now comes the sentiment. What do you think, guys? What could be the sentiment of this selected transcript? Let's see that. What could be the transcript? It says 0.66, right? Customer is not that disappointment. Customer just is seeking help, right? So it has given you a sentiment score of 0.6622, right? It's not that neutral also. It's quite on a positive note. Customer is seeking help. Now, if I want to summarize this, how I will do that? Right now, I will incorporate snowflake.cortex.summarize. That transcript, I will pass it, right? And I will execute this Python code. Now you will see customer reports, password reset, agent process. That's the beauty. Although the conversation was very short, but see how nicely Snowflake has given you crisp, concise, to the point, uh, summarization of the transcripted what we have done. Then, now this was we all know. What was this? We all know this falls under category of account access. Let's create 4 category: billing, technical support, account access, product feedback. These are the 4 categories which we have created it. Now, what I'll do, I'll create an array of all these category, and then with the help of snowflake.cortex.classify text, whatever the transcript you have selected for the Peter for that particular call ID, it will analyze it and it will, what it will do, it will categorize in a column called category. Let's see that whether the Snowflake does with accuracy or not. Very good. Account access. Account access. Let's try some more. Some another call transcript. If there's any other issue, let's see this. What exactly it has to do. Call 1064. And let's see what it has. Trouble logging into my account. Again, the account issue. Let's see that. What is the sentiment for this? 0.63. Close to that. Let's see what is the summarization of here. Customer had trouble logging into the account. Agent provided assistance and thanked the customer. Again, this will fall under, I think, account issue. Again, it's an account text, right? Nicely, it is classifying you the context and it is giving you what all categories that is falls under. Now, this entire 1 by 1 code, which you have seen it, entire thing we can create and Streamlit application here in the one cell. Directly in the cell, I have integrated all the steps which I have explained you. And here you go all in one shot. You will analyze all the information. Let's see that. Yeah, see nicely it has given you, right? Any's, all this drop down will come, say Norma, all this agent come, select any, call 1007, 1044, and click on analyze with Cortex. And here you go. You will have a beautiful summarization. It will talk about the sentiment. What is the summary? Customer had trouble logging into their account, which is being investigated by the support agent, and it's an account access, right? So this is a success message. This is the print message. I just wrote it at the end. So these all categorization you can try when you are running this code. I will request you to choose all the transcript which you feel like, see what all transcript it has, and click on analyze with Cortex, and it will give you a beautiful application stating technical support. Customer reported a delayed order. Agent promised to look into it. What does it talks about? It talks about technical support. Isn't it quite interesting? Keith, what do you think of this entire demo?
Yeah, I mean, this is, having actually worked in doing support in my past, which was a long time ago before anything like Cortex was ever even thought about. Um, Doing this type of work was hard, right? You'd have to manually read things. You would have human interpretation. It could be hours, even days, and I think this is it's so amazing what you could do with these models. And like what you're showing here is not only are you leveraging Cortex, but you're leveraging Streamlit, which is also
Exactly.
another aspect of Snowflake, and how you can build a Streamlit app to take the complex stuff that you've built in from a code perspective
Yes.
and hand that app to somebody who has no technical chops, right? But wants to leverage the power of Cortex. And that's really taking something that you can do in Snowflake and truly bringing business value to that. And then I'm sure even with what you're doing is then the results you're getting back could be written back to Snowflake, right? So you have that stored alongside with the actual call.
I have
That's a,
also one short demo. Can we show that to our user
yeah,
about the
sure.
medical patient? Let's
Yeah,
do this because this was very interesting.
yes.
Let's talk about now about the patient details. Now we all go to hospital where doctor analyzes all past history, they track records. You have any disease, you have any past operation, where you admitted in the hospital, all those things. Snowflake Cortex even is capable enough to do all this. So let's understand. So this is a patient called John Doe. A medical notes is there. He was born on 15 January 1980. His date of visit is given. History of patient illness is given. Labs, what all, how much is BP, heart rate, vitals, all those things is given. Now you see how Snowflake Cortex, with the help of complete function, where you are passing the model, Llama 3.1405 billion parameter model, we are passing it, and you see how beautifully, so with the help of Snowflake Cortex dot complete, it's beautifully generated the entire response of that particular patient, exactly what the condition patient is suffering from. You don't have to go to long text of 4 to 5 pages of complete history. It Snowflake.cortex within a fraction of second will give you this customer is facing for what did he got admitted to the hospital and recheck lab in 6 weeks, everything, whether he was having a kidney function, everything. And if you change the model also, how does the model behave? Because we have Llama, we have Mistral, all this model you can fine tune also, right? So I cannot provide medical advice. Is there anything else I can help you with this? You see different model, how it is responding. Llama 3.1405 parameter has given a very nice response, where Llama 3.21 billion parameter has given, I cannot provide medical advice. So you can fine tune all this model based on your business use case. Let's talk about 3.23 billion parameters. How does it respond? Right, see, nicely it has given you complete details. See the difference between 3.23 billion model and 405 billion parameter model. 405 parameter has not given any patient details, just the intervention and the condition. Whereas, see the beauty of 3.23 billion Llama model, it has given the patient information, chief complaint, follow up, and what exactly is the objective, everything in great detail. Even the plan, evaluate response to even the plan, what patient has to do in the next 6 weeks down the line. That's the beauty of this Snowflake Cortex AI. I think it has revolutionized the complete industry, which Keith, you are saying. Previously, we used to write a lot of lines of Python code and all. Now it's just one line. It works like a magical charm, I believe. Yeah.
So I have a question. So, does Cortex just have its own models, or are external models also available for to Cortex?
No, external models are also available to the Cortex. You see this Llama 3.1405 billion parameters. So you can fine tune your Cortex application based on the different model. You have to fine tune this as per your business logic or whatever the area segment you are targeting.
And,
Yes, we
and
can
that
all fine tune this.
and,
Yeah.
and that's great because you don't have to build any kind of custom
No,
APIs
that,
to an external
no, no,
model.
no,
It's
not
all
at
built
all.
right
Not
in.
at all.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's all I have, Keith, for the users. Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah.
Well, that was fantastic. I don't have the pleasure in my day-to-day job to get to play with the fun toys. So hosting people like you and seeing these demonstrations is sometimes as close as I'm going to get, but this was very informative, very helpful. I hope for everybody listening, it did um help you see a little bit better of a scenario of a use case for Cortex. I mean, your imagination can run wild in terms of the things you can do with it,
Exactly.
but these are, I think, really good practical ones. Now, you did say that your I think you had a GitHub there, right? That you will make available, folks, but folks will add that into the links
Yes,
below, so folks can do this exact, um, you know, lab that Anand did with
exactly.
us,
Yes,
on your own,
exactly.
and take it from there. Because sometimes it's always good to see what somebody else did, and then just kind of expand it from there. So,
Yes. Right.
um,
And they
is there
can run
any other?
this entire Snowflake Cortex on their own data sets. They can just dump their own data set and they can try all this. They can fine tune this. It will really help them in
Yeah,
understanding how Cortex works. Yeah.
absolutely. So besides the Git repo that you'll share, are there any other resources that people might be able to find that you have out there, that might help people not just on Cortex but other aspects of Snowflake?
Yeah, they can subscribe to my Analytics with Anand YouTube channels. Currently, I have 28,000 subscribers, and they can learn all the Snowflake features end to end. I have created and curated a playlist for them. So I would urge them to go and have a look. Yeah.
Great, and we'll also include the link to that below in the comments.
Thanks.
But I want to
Sure.
thank you, Anand, for joining me
Thanks, Keith,
today.
for inviting me.
Yeah, this was very exciting. And again, thanks everybody who joined us as well, for another great episode. And stay tuned for future episodes for other great topics here on Snowflake. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.